All right, folks. I got a bucket of city water that's got chlorine in it. I've got a bare root apple tree, I believe that's what this guy is, that I need to get into the ground. But I need to prep them first, so I'm gonna put them in some water and let them soak for a few hours. But I don't just want to put them into the chlorine water, right? Like, we know that's not gonna be good. So what am I doing? I'm creating humic acid. How do I do this? Dennis, how do you create humic acid? So I have this fancy dancy little thing right here. I got a jar at the bottom. I've got a container filled with compost, and I've added water to the top, and it percolates through at the bottom. You can see it there. It's quite dirty. I should probably clean that. But you see this stuff at the bottom? That's humic acid. You see how dark brown that is? That's what I'm looking for. If it's light brown, then it's Fulvix. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for humics. So by just letting gravity do its thing, add the water on top, it goes through the bottom, I end up with humic acid. What I do is I take that and I add it to my chlorine water, and I turn my chlorine water into no more chlorine water. So how much of this am I supposed to use? Usually a drop per gallon, but you know, I'm heavy-handed, so I put in more. Is more gonna be worse? No. So that's what I'm gonna do. In this case, I'm just gonna show you guys. I'm just gonna take this, I'm just gonna put it in here, and you could just count your drops. But in this case, I'm not going to. So what is this? I don't remember. This is probably like an OJ or a high C container. All I did was cut the top out, put my compost in, and let it drip out the bottom. I know you guys are probably wondering about the biology and, you know, this is a leachate and all that other stuff. We can have that conversation. I'm happy to. But how do I dechlorinate my water? This is how I do it. I don't have to let it sit overnight. I just let this dribble in here. We're gonna put that back up there so it can keep dripping. See, my water is no longer clear. It is now a little brown, which I'm okay with. And now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bare root, dump off all the excess dirt, and dunk it in here. So I don't think I can do this with one hand. I definitely can't. So I'll have to show you guys that later. But remove all material from roots before planting. So let's do that. There we go. Here's the bare root. Knocked everything off of it. And now we're just gonna soak it in our water. Just wanna make sure the roots are all the way down in there. And that's it. We're gonna let this soak for a couple of hours before we put her in the ground. And that is how I dechlorinate my water. See you on the next video. Bye.